Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 18 of my TCW series on TEW 2016. So, tonight's show, it's going to be a bit of an interesting one. The main event, I would say, is setting up for a pay-per-view match. It is actually the pay-per-view match itself, so I guess in a way it's going to be a bit of a spoiler, but obviously the result will be different because it's more storyline focused for tonight, and obviously at the pay-per-view it's going to be a more decisive match with a proper winner. Anyway, we'll run the show. We've got a couple of pre-show matches. We didn't really use too many workers on this show, so a lot of guys were left out. We start off with a 72B-. In a decent pre-show match, Mighty Mo, Human Arsenal and Divine Fortune defeated Joel Bryant, Kirk Jamison and the Elite in 10:24, when Mighty Mo defeated Kirk Jamison by pinfall with a plunging spinebuster. A couple of work improvements here. We got Human Arsenal improving in performance skills and Mighty Mo improving in technical skills. The other pre-show match gets a 78B. In a decent pre-show match, Aaron Andrews, Wolf Hawkins, Mark Speed and Ed Stone defeated Matt Hocking, Flying Jimmy Fox and the Dynamite Express in 10:16, when Aaron Andrews defeated Cameron Jones by pinfall with a flying body press. A couple of work improvements here. Cameron Jones in flying skills, and then Sid Collier improving in rumble skills there as well. Alrighty, let's kick the show off with a 94A promo. Menace promo from the Behemoths. And basically they're issuing an open challenges against anyone. Absolutely anyone. Could be anyone in the crowd, anyone in the locker room. Basically for singles matches for them tonight. They both want a singles match, and they really could not care less. They believe that they can beat anyone who decides to step up. And a pretty good angle rating there as well. We then go into the first match, which is a 49D+. I knew it was going to be bad, but I just wanted to try and do a proper squash match. In a terrible match, we had Killer Shark defeating Kid Fantastic in 4 minutes and 7 seconds by pinfall with a big bite. And basically, Kid Fantastic is a kid in the crowd, a 19-year-old kid. And obviously, he steps up, Killer Shark picks him out of the crowd and absolutely destroys him within 4 minutes. We also have Kid Fantastic improving in rumble skills there as well. Just want to have a look here at so there we go. Got a rating bonus for a well-executed squash. So, basically, the Road Agent notes, obviously, Killer Shark to be the victor. Obviously, needs to be scripted because they're both pretty bad in terms of their psychology. And then we also had a decisive finish, and then Killer Shark to dominate as well. And I think it has to be under 5 minutes. 5 minutes or under, something like that. So, yeah. And it gets a little bit of a rating boost in regards to the match. So, yeah, I just wanted to try that out. Obviously, it's been quite a while since I've played TEW. So, moving on to a 68C+, we have New Legacy cutting a promo against the New Wave. Of course, the New Wave are considered to be legends in TCW, especially, obviously, in the tag team division. They're 5-time former champions. And, yeah, New Legacy are basically taking aim at the New Wave, for being over the hill, possible legends. Well, I would say that the New Wave are legends in TCW. And obviously New Legacy claiming that they are, future legends in the making, of course. Bettering their fathers, their forefathers, potential and obviously careers. We also have Scout here improving, learning to show more charisma. So I guess that's pretty good as well. Kind of wanted a bit better of an angle rating, if I'm being honest. I thought a B-. We're not too far off it, about 3 or 4 points. 4 points, actually. Anyway, moving into the match, which does really well, 78B. In a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, New Legacy defeated the New Wave in 20 minutes 8 seconds when Jay Cord defeated Guide by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. And apparently Greg Gage has sustained a separated shoulder. So that's pretty unfortunate. Obviously, hopefully, he's not going to be out for too long. We also have Scout and Guide both improving in performance skills. So, yeah, interesting. The old boys, gaining some skills from the younger boys. So, interesting. We then go into a 53 C-, the other open challenge match. And obviously, as you can see, Titan's opponent was Giant Tanner. A bit different from the first match. Not exactly a squash match either. Apparently these two don't click. But anyway, in a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Titan defeated Giant Tanner in 9:43 by pinfall with a Titanic chokeslam. And yeah, that kind of sucks. It probably would have been a C had they not had that negative chemistry together. And we also have no worker improvements there. But basically, Titan was kind of expecting a similar type of match to Killer Shark, a bit of a squash against, some random jobber. But yeah, to his surprise, I think Giant Tanner weighs like 400 pounds or something. Yeah, he didn't get a squash match. Still managed to get the victory because obviously he's one half of the tag team champions, but it definitely wasn't easy. And obviously there were times when, things weren't going his way throughout the match. Anyway, moving on to a 99 A-star promo, or angle, sorry. Basically, Rocky Golden is backstage with Bulldozer Brandon Smith, and they start talking together. And Bulldozer Brandon Smith says that he isn't cleared to wrestle tonight following the beatdown from last week by the Latino Kings. So unfortunately, tonight, Rocky Golden is going to be in a handicap match, a 2-on-1 handicap against both members of the Latino Kings. And that match is up next. Gets a 78B, which is very good. In a decent match, Rocky Golden defeated the Latino Kings in a handicap match in 10:01 when Rudy Velasquez was disqualified while fighting Rocky Golden. So yeah, basically, obviously, the referee's got a 5 count. And, the Latino Kings didn't really care too much about being disqualified. Hence, it happened. Didn't, lay off, I would say it would be in the corner. And, they just didn't lay off. Just started beating him down. Obviously, 2-on-1, you can't really do too much. And, they left Rocky Golden beaten, albeit Rocky got the win due to the disqualification. We also have Rocky Golden and Rudy Velasquez both improving in performance skills there as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. And again, it's playing a bit more into the whole storyline we've got going here. I've called it Under the Ace's Wing. And that is, of course, Bulldozer Brandon Smith somewhat teaming up with Rocky Golden as a sort of mentor to Brandon Smith. I think it's a good way to use Rocky while he's sort of not in the title picture. Moving on to a 93A rated angle. We've got Aaron Andrews demanding that Peak and Tornado, so Eddie Peak, Troy Tornado, destroy Sammy Back in their tag match up next. Yeah, so Sammy Back will be partnering with, I think, Ricky Dale Johnson, and he'll be taking on the team of Eddie Peak and Troy Tornado. The match itself does really well, 78B again, so we're getting some consistent Bs for our matches, which is nice to see. And about they had great wrestling and good heat. Sammy Back and Ricky Dale Johnson defeated Eddie Peak and Troy Tornado in 14:24, when Sammy Back defeated Troy Tornado by submission with a back on your back. Yeah, good stuff. And of course, we get the good chemistry. It's it is the reason why I put them together for another match. They could be a possible tag team, but obviously Eddie Peak has a brother, and I don't really want to put him in a new tag team because obviously I want to try and bring his brother in. I think it's Doug Peak, his brother, currently wrestling, I think, in Japan for maybe Pride Glory. I think. I might be mistaken, but I think that's where he is. Anyway, we also have Eddie Peak improving in performance skills yet again. Seems like every week he's improving, so yeah, not a bad match, but obviously Sammy Back getting the win. We then go into the main event, which does really, really badly. A 68C+. Ugh. I was expecting like a B plus. If I'm being honest, I was expecting a B plus, and we're at a C plus. Okay. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Brian Vesey drew with Joshua Taylor in 24-38 following a double countout. And yeah, Brian Vesey was really off his game, and we also have the two of these guys not clicking, and it showed in their performances, which is dreadful because this is going to be a pay-per-view match. Oh, well, it was supposed to be a pay-per-view match anyway. Okay, well, yeah, anyway, we've got another segment. We've got a 93A. We have Brian Vesey attacking Joshua Taylor in the ring, leaving him down and out. Basically, the heel attacking the babyface to set up the pay-per-view match. However, now I'm, totally reconsidering this match. I don't really know what to do, if I'm being honest. I'm going to have to find different competitors. We could do Joshua Taylor versus Eddie Peake. I feel like that could be a really good match. And then we could do maybe Ricky Dale Johnson versus Brian Vesey and just have the two legends go at it, or the two old-timers. Possibly for a number one contendership. I think that could be pretty cool. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to pre-book these in now, just so I don't forget. Of course, we've already got these two matches. We've got the Semi Back versus Aaron Andrews, and then we've got Mighty Mo taking on Mark Speed for his rematch for the international title. But what we're going to do, so we're going to do Eddie Peake taking on Joshua Taylor. Alright, so that's booked in there. And that's an angle. And then we'll also do Brian Vesey taking on Ricky Dale Johnson. Ricky Dale Johnson's really struggling with, his stamina at the moment. I think it's at a C, which is pretty dreadful, although kind of understandable for his age. Jeez, that's a really bad show rating. 67 C plus overall show rating for tonight's TV taping or TV show. We don't even get an increase in Canada, but it did lose us popularity in all regions of America. Pretty disappointing, to be honest. I mean, any one of those B matches in the main event obviously would have, well, it definitely would have put the grade above a C plus. Let's be real. Of course, Greg Gage. Apparently, Scout was at fault, and Greg Gage is going to be out for 18 days. I'm not sure if that's going to keep him out of the pay-per-view or not. It possibly might. 2 weeks, Sunday. I think he'll miss the pay-per-view. Damn it. Okay. The TV rating gets a 6.83. Obviously, down a little bit. And apparently Wolf Hawkins thinks Killer Shark is going to be a star, in his opinion. Which I kind of agree with. Let's have a look at Killer Shark. He's improved a lot, to be fair. Obviously, his stamina's come up a bit. But that psychology and the basics has really, really gone up. If I show you here, as you can see, he's gone from a 50D plus, and now he's at a C, a 59C. So that's a decent little improvement. Obviously, the selling is a really bad selling point, pun intended. But yeah, I don't know. He could be a star. He's got really good star quality, obviously. We'll just have to wait and see. They're getting very over with the Menace promos. As you can see, 64 in the Southeast, which is decent. Very decent. Anyways, let's have a look at the popularity. Obviously, we're still national somehow. I don't know how, but we are. We're still at 76B minus popularity in America. One other thing to note is Rocky Golden and Aaron Andrews are both annoyed at me, and they both have morale issues. Basically, Aaron Andrews, he's now got A popularity. If I show you here, his skills they've already improved as well, but now he's up to A's in a lot of the regions. And because that has happened, he wanted a pay rise. I didn't really want to give it to him, so I gave him a 50%, which was about 10,000 increase on his contract per month. And yeah, he's now got morale issues. I knew that, from last time playing TEW, that if you give a 75% increase, they don't get any morale issues. But 75% was like another 6,000 per month. In theory, I probably should have just rejected the whole thing. But obviously that comes with a bit of a risk. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, not an ideal show rating at all. The main event, definitely bombed. And it's got me rethinking things, but I think the matches that I've changed to probably better, and I think they're better suited. But again, we're going to have to work towards those, and we're going to have to change a couple of the storylines as well. Anyways, thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and turn on the post notifications, and that should keep you up to date with these episodes in the future. Apart from that, guys, take it easy, as always, and goodbye.